I slammed my truck door and crunched up the gravel drive to my off-grid cabin in the Montana woods, 2 weeks early from my oil rig shift off the Gulf, dreaming of craft beer and silence, only to find a squad car's lights slicing the dusk like a bad action flick. The HO, a tyrant from down the valley, Karen Witherspoon, was screeching at the deputy that I was some squatter high on meth, her bleached bob flailing as she waved printouts like a deranged lawyer. But the real gut punch? She'd photoshopped my deed, slapped it on Zillow as her charming retreat, and rented it out for a small fortune, pocketing cash from hipster couples who thought they'd scored a slice of authentic American wilderness. I'd bought the place 5 years back, a creaky 2-bedroom A-frame my folks left me after Dad's logging accident, tucked in this no-rules holler where the Blackfoot River whispered secrets at night. No HOA back then, just me, my Labrador mix Rufus, and the kind of freedom that makes a guy from Billings feel like a king. Then the subdivisions crept in like kudzu, and along came Karen, 50-something, ex-real estate shark turned neighborhood enforcer, with her clipboard crusades against aesthetic violations and passive-aggressive emails about my untrimmed cedars. She'd always eyed my spot like it was the crown jewel she'd been denied, probably because her McMansion down the road screamed new money but felt like a plastic trap. I'd shipped out last month, Rufus boarded with my sister in Missoula, figuring the quiet would hold. Wrong. The deputy, a kid named Ramirez who recognized me from high school football, holstered his piece and chuckled nervously as Karen jabbed her finger at me. This man's trespassing. I own it now. Look, the paperwork's filed. Her voice cracked like a bad country ballad, all that Southern Belle drawl she faked since moving from Atlanta. I snatched the Zillow printout from her talon-like grip. There was my cabin, staged with her tacky throw pillows and a welcome guests sign. 5-star reviews gushed about the perfect hostess, her or not me. She'd even forged my notary stamp, the one I kept in a lockbox for tax crap. Ramirez whistled low. Ma'am, this ain't adding up. The argument exploded like a 4th of July dud gone wrong. Karen lunged, spilling her Veni latte across the porch slats, screaming about my entitled bachelor ways, ruining property values. You think you can just vanish and leave it rotting? I saved it. For the community. Saved it. She'd hosted 3 girls' weekends already, per the reviews, turning my man cave into a wine-swilling sorority with yoga mats on the dock. I fired back, voice steady as a .30-06. You forged docs, lady. That's felony territory. And those guests? They skinny dipped in my creek. Hope you got the photos for your LinkedIn glow up. Her face purpled, veins popping like overfilled sausages. Ramirez radioed it in, and soon the sheriff rolled up, a grizzled vet named Harlan who'd fished with my dad. He took one look at the deed scan on her phone, timestamped for my rig's crappy Wi-Fi, but with her email watermark, and cuffed her right there, her pearl earrings swinging like a noose. Neighbors trickled out from their cookie-cutter ranches, phones glowing, live tweeting the takedown under HO drama. Karen wailed about discrimination, how I was persecuting a single woman revitalizing the area. But Harlan just shook his head. Revitalizing with grand larceny? Save it for the judge, Witherspoon. They hauled her off to county lockup, her Prius impounded for evidence. Turns out she'd used it to shuttle renters, raking in $8,000 before I showed. Me? I cracked a Rainier, sat on the steps with Rufus's ghost in my lap, watching fireflies dance. The cabin smelled like her lavender candles, but I'd burn 'em at dawn. Freedom's a fragile thing out here. Lose your grip, and some Karen thinks it's hers to steal. By morning, Zillow yanked the listing, and my phone buzzed with apology texts from the association. Bitter pill? Nah, just another log on the fire. But damn if it didn't sting, knowing trust in these hills died quieter than a winter kill.